Elena was involved in a serious car accident that claimed the life of her driver and left her in a coma. Darkness engulfed her world as she lay unconscious in a hospital bed. While in the coma, she began to see the face of her baby and had flashbacks of the moment when she abandoned him in the slum. She had no friends or family to visit her or pray for her recovery. After a few weeks in intensive care, Elena eventually woke up and immediately started screaming, "My boy, my boy. Help me find my boy. I want to see my boy, please." She was terrified and in distress. The doctors rushed to calm her and ensure she was stable. After a while, Elena gradually regained her strength, and the doctors decided it was time to talk to her about her condition. "Miss Elena, how are you feeling today? We are happy to have you back with us," said the doctor kindly. Elena responded calmly, "I'm fine, doctor, thank you for asking. But where is my driver? Is he safe?" The doctor's expression changed, becoming somber. "We are deeply sorry, Miss Elena. Your driver did not survive the accident. He died on the spot." Elena's eyes filled with tears and she broke down, consumed by grief. "Please calm down, Miss Elena. We wanted to ask, do you have any family members we could contact? We need to discuss some issues regarding your health, and we're afraid you might need the support of someone close to you." Elena, curious and worried, asked, "I have neither family nor friends. Am I going to die? I'm old enough to handle my emotions, so tell me what's happening. I need to know." Elena assured the doctor that she could face whatever they were going to say. "The accident has affected your spine and knees. We fear you may never be able to walk again for the rest of your life," the doctor told Elena. Upon hearing this, she completely lost control, sweating and crying profusely, devastated. I'm ruined. How will I survive without my legs?" While she was receiving care, her sugar daddy, Senator Raymond, never once set foot in the hospital to visit her. He completely ignored her because she was no longer of any use to him. He moved on to the next available beautiful woman. After 3 months in the hospital, she was finally allowed to go home. She hired a maid to help her in her house. A few years earlier, Elena had been too busy enjoying life and spending money without thinking about her future. She was convinced that she would marry a rich man and have a secured future. But now her situation had put her in an uncomfortable position. After several attempts to contact Senator Raymond, she finally managed to get his attention. He sent her a message saying, "Elena, my dear, how are you? I heard about what happened to you recently, and I'm deeply sorry I couldn't find the time to visit you. You know I'm a very busy man, which is why you couldn't reach me. This may be the last time you hear from me because you are no longer of any use to me. I wish you a speedy recovery." Elena nearly lost her mind. Her ticket to an easy life had been withdrawn. The man she thought would give her the world had moved on to another woman. She plunged into deep thoughts day and night, regretting not having lived a more responsible life. While Elena was facing difficulties, her abandoned son, Adam, continued to push boundaries. He had just finished his studies with excellence and graduated among the top doctors. He was hired at one of the country's largest private hospitals. Tony and Etcha never stopped thanking God since Adam entered their lives. They had always been happy, and things went from bad to better for them. They could now proudly say they were the parents of a doctor. The people who used to call him Slum Baby now used his blessings and success in life as prayer points for themselves and their children, to ensure they wouldn't suffer for the rest of their lives. Elena began looking for businesses to start or companies in which she could invest. She had saved some money while dating Senator Raymond. She decided to ask for help from acquaintances. As Elena was on the phone with some people discussing investments, her maid Tina was secretly listening. Tina quickly devised a plan to scam Elena. She called her boyfriend, who was an internet scammer, and they came up with a perfect plan. Tina found a way for her boyfriend to meet Elena and present his business ideas. After a few days of thinking, Elena decided to go into business with him, and they proceeded to sign the documents to make the partnership official. 5 days after sealing the deal, while Elena was in the living room, Tina came to inform her that she needed to go to the market for some shopping. "Madam, I want to quickly go to the market to buy ingredients for dinner. Is there anything you would like me to do before I leave?" Elena calmly replied, "No, that's fine, but don't take too long." "Why are you carrying a bag with you?" Tina smiled and replied, "It's nothing serious. I just want to drop off some clothes I no longer wear to the beggars at the market." After that, Tina left and never returned. Elena became worried and thought to herself, "Where has she gone? I told her not to stay out late. What's going on? I'm so hungry." The night passed and Tina still did not return. Elena began to panic heavily. She didn't know whom to call or what to do. She called the police, but they told her they couldn't declare her missing until 48 hours had passed. Elena had no idea that her life was about to get even worse. As she worried, she received a message from Tina. She was surprised, curious, and impatient to know the content of the message. "Hello, madam. I hope you are well. I'm sending you this message to save you a lot of stress. I just want to inform you that I no longer work for you, and in case you didn't know, the man you invested in is my boyfriend, and we've scammed you. All your money is gone. I heard about your desire to invest and took advantage of it. Don't even bother looking for us because you will never find us. Have a good day, madam." Tina and her scammer boyfriend had left the country and settled abroad to enjoy all the money. Elena started sweating. Another arrow had pierced her right in the heart. She was already dealing with her inability to walk, and now this. She began to think of ways contemplating suicide, concluding that she had nothing left in this world. A few months later, she was evicted from her apartment because she could no longer pay the rent. She had nowhere to go, no family, no friends. To survive, Elena became a beggar on the streets. She started sleeping in the slums, where the foul smell became the only thing she breathed. One day, while begging in the streets, Elena deliberately moved her wheelchair toward an oncoming car. She was tired of life and just wanted to die. Fortunately, the car was not going full speed and stopped in time, avoiding hitting her. And guess what? The boy she had abandoned in the slums years ago was the man driving the car. Immediately after the incident, Adam began to panic. He was scared and quickly rushed over to make sure the woman he had almost run over was okay. "Madam, are you all right?" "I hope I didn't hurt you," he said. With tears streaming down her face, Elena responded, "Why did you stop your car?" "You should have run me over and killed me. My life is miserable. I just want to die." Adam became even more concerned and quickly took Elena to the hospital so she could receive proper care. While Elena was resting, he couldn't stop thinking about what had happened. He reflected on various reasons why Elena might have wanted to commit suicide and thought about how he could have been in serious trouble if he had killed her. After some time, Elena felt better, and he asked her, "Madam, how are you feeling? I hope you've had a good rest." Elena reassured Adam that she was feeling better and thanked him for taking care of her. But Adam continued, "Madam, why would you want to kill yourself? Why do you think that's the solution to what you're going through?" Elena began to cry, unable to hide the truth. She started telling him her story, sharing her journey and the events that led to the accident. Hearing everything Elena had to say left Adam deeply troubled. He felt a strange sense of familiarity. He began connecting the dots. The name of the city and the specific place where she said she had abandoned a baby matched exactly where he had been found. He didn't want to jump to conclusions or make unnecessary assumptions, but he assured her that everything would be fine and that he would do his best to take care of her. Adam left Elena's room and went to his office, crying and thinking to himself, "If my suspicions are correct, this woman is my biological mother. I will never forgive her. I just can't." Adam quickly took action and conducted a maternity test to confirm if she was indeed his biological mother. The results came back, and they were positive. Adam finally confirmed that Elena was his biological mother. He fell to his knees and let out a cry of despair. He had so many questions running through his mind that he wished he could ask her. Adam went back to see his adoptive parents, Tony and Etcher, to inform them about the incident that had led to this sudden discovery. He also let them know that he was extremely angry and that all he felt toward his mother was hatred. His parents understood his feelings and advised him to calm down. "My boy, you know we love you immensely and we will always be here for you, but that doesn't change the fact that we are not your biological parents. Your mother will always remain your mother. You must learn to forgive and forget. Look at the bright side. God has always found a way to bless you despite everything you've been through in life. Please forgive your mother and let go of the pain." Adam thought long and hard about what his parents had said and decided to forgive Elena. He knew that hatred would bring him no good. He decided to move on and focus on building a relationship with his mother. A few days later, he returned to the hospital to see Elena. He was eager to reveal to her that he was her son. Once he arrived at the hospital, after checking in on how Elena was doing, he handed her the test results and said, "Please take this and read the results, madam." Elena, curious, asked in a trembling voice, "Why? What is it? Am I going to die?" Adam reassured her, saying that it was good news, but that she had to discover it for herself. Elena looked carefully at the test results, her mind spinning. "Jesus, is this serious? Isn't that your name I see on these results? You're my son? Oh, my son is alive! Thank you, my God, my son is alive!" she cried, her heart filled with regret and sorrow, tears streaming down her face as she begged for forgiveness. "I'm sorry, my son. I'm sorry. I didn't know any better. I was young and foolish. Please find a place in your heart to forgive me." They both cried tears of joy. What an emotional moment as Adam reunited with his mother, Elena, and they shared their first moment as mother and son. Adam and Elena began to rebuild their relationship, slowly but surely. Elena finally understood the true meaning of love and sacrifice. A few days later, Tony and Etcha met Elena, and she couldn't help but thank them for taking such good care of her son. Over time, Elena's health improved, and she dedicated herself to helping others. She started a charitable organization to support abandoned and orphaned children, hoping to prevent other children from going through what her son had experienced. Dear viewers, what lesson have you learned from this dramatic story? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the story, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates. Thank you for watching, and stay blessed.